Hey everybody, it's Chance here with another episode of Paranormasight The Mermaid's Curse. FYI at the top, I have the AC on. It is apparently a heat wave, it's like 90 degrees. So there's no way this AC is turning off right now. I am going to mess around in Audacity's noise reduction to see if that sounds okay. I'll see how it turns out at the end, I suppose. But last time, we stopped the Curse of the Raging Waves. And then, Wakamura died. So we're not done yet. So let's just get right into it. Alright, we have a phone call and fabrication. We do know that eventually this will lead to memories of last summer where they had a lovely time, a friendly time. Let's do this. Just when the Curse of the Raging Waves has been lifted and it seems Kamishima no longer has any curses left to fear, Yumiko receives a phone call that changes everything. Hello, this is Shiki speaking. Miss Shiki, it's me, Ide from the Mie Police Department. Ide is back, hey! Oh, Detective Ide, what is it? Right after we got your call, we went to look into Yamashina and that Ikoma guy you mentioned was working for him. Oh, that's right. How did that go? Not well, that's for sure. We found the old man murdered in his own home. What? What on earth happened to Yamashina? Well, we tried getting in touch with his secretary first, but he wasn't responding to any attempts to contact him. So we went to his house together, but ended up having to use a spare key to get in there as there wasn't anyone else around. After looking around a bit, we found what looked like a cell in one of the outlying buildings that had been shut up tight. A cell? Yep, we found Yamashina there, collapsed in a pool of blood. We called an ambulance right away, but we could tell at a glance it was already too late. That bad, was it? Worse than bad. Just remembering it sends a shiver down my spine. He had this massive wound, like a sharp blade had sliced right through his torso, bone and all. What? I think I'm right. I think I'm always right about everything, and that it's a coma. That Ikoma is, Tomashige. Tyrone Tomashige, I think. First thing that came to mind was the skeletons in the Toba case. Pretty reminiscent, don't you think? Very, but it couldn't be. Do we have an estimated time of death yet? We're still investigating, but the pool wasn't even dry. I put it within the last few hours. A cursed stone housing the Curse of Tomashiga has been in possession the entire time. There's no way anyone could have used it. My thoughts exactly. Yamashina's quite the big shot in politics and business around all these parts. There's worry that news of his death might cause a stir, so the higher-ups will probably want us to keep mum about it for now. I see. That might be for the best, yes. Weren't there a load of rumors about some succession crisis going on with him? There were indeed, though according to the man himself, he'd already chosen his successor, and handed his will off to his lawyer to boot. Whoa, really? That should make things go smoothly at least. Wait, you don't think there's a possibility that might have served as the motive? You mean the culprit might have been mad they weren't chosen as his successor? I can see that if he hadn't read the will, but you said he had, right? True. Perhaps they didn't know about it. Either way, there are more people out there who'd want Yamashina dead than you'd shake a stick at. Finding a culprit based on motive would probably prove tricky. I see. He was very unpleasant. Still, I can't imagine you'd be able to swing around a katana in that tiny little room. This wouldn't be the work of some supernatural phenomena again, would it? I'm afraid that's looking quite likely. Jeez, you sure can do some terrifying things with these curses. How are we even meant to investigate this stuff? Our usual methods don't mean a thing if you can just curse someone to death like that. Oh yeah, we looked into it, and we were able to confirm Yamashina had a man called Kipe Ikoma working for him. From what I hear, the guy's also wanted for solicitation of murder? He is, although we only have testimony to go on right now, so we can't say anything for certain. Still, having him on the same exact name as the victim in the Toba skeleton case sure is damn confusing. It seems Ikoma gave a curse stone, a dangerous tool that lets you curse others to death, to a local woman with the intent of causing a massacre. Ugh, scary to think of there are tools like that around. Wait, what happened with that woman though? She's been apprehended, but it seems she won't be able to talk for a while. Could we ask you to handle taking her in as well? Oh boy. Got it, I'll make the necessary arrangements. Thank you, Detective. I'll let you know the details later. Oh yeah, about Ikoma. Someone apparently spotted his company car stopped outside Yamashina's place today. So I had a warrant put on him as a person of interest. Oh, impressively quick thinking. Well done, Detective. By the way, there's a high chance that Yamashina was killed by a curse contained by one of those curse stones I just mentioned. Oh man, I figured that might be the case. If Ikoma did indeed stop by Yamashina's house today, he's looking increasingly suspect. Yeah, looks like we should prioritize tracking him down. But it sounds like the guy was a favorite of Yamashina's, if anything. If he really was the culprit, what could have driven him to kill the man he owed so much to? Because he didn't owe anything to him. He's dying tomorrow. I can only assume they had some sort of falling out, perhaps over the matter of succession or the like. I'd assume that Ikoma was the successor Yamashina mentioned, but it seems it wasn't the case. Either way, I think we can definitely say he's up to something, especially if the solicitation of murder stuff is true. I'll step up the pace of the search for him. You two take care too, alright? I'll get in touch if there's anything else to share. Yes, please do. From the sounds of things, we should make dealing with this Ikoma our first priority. I wonder how Cersei and Avi fared in their search. I'd imagine they may be back to the mainland by now, but we have yet to hear anything from them. Ikoma might still have access to his curse, too. The situation is more dangerous than I thought. We should probably get back to the mainland as soon as possible. About that, it seems that the last ferry off the island already left for today. Oh, darn it, that means we're stuck here as well. We'll have to stay on Kamishina for tonight, yes. I'll arrange for somewhere to stay. Nothing to be done about it, I suppose. Thank you, Soto. It won't be long before the sun sets. And yet, I can't help but feel like there's another storm brewing on the horizon. I love how that one ended up being really short. I literally could have done that at the end of last episode. That's very funny of me. Fabrication. Despite being tasked by Yumiko to search for Ikoma, Avi, who has fulfilled the goal of his trip, and Cersei, feeling better with the curse of the raging waves cleared, choose not to return to the mainland straight away and have fun sim-seeing in Kamishima. Sorry. Oh dear. You were doing so much better after the curse got lifted, I didn't notice the time. We got so carried away with our sightseeing, it's already pitch black out here. You're right, time sure flies. Ugh, I'm trying to get my voice back for these guys. The last ferry already left, so I guess we'll have to find a place to stay for the night. Shouldn't we head back to the mainland to go after Ikoma? Well, there's only so much we can do now. It's not as though we're being paid for it, so let's not lose sleep over it. I see, very pragmatic of you. Although it's not late yet, it gets dark pretty quickly after the sun sets, and the streets empty out just as fast. Illuminated by only the dim glow of a few streetlights and the stars, the island feels calm. Earlier, Cersei diligently guided us while sightseeing around Kamishina. Most importantly, she seemed to be enjoying herself. It must be a relief to not have to deal with the cursed aura hanging around the island anymore. We seriously lost track of time, though. We need to find a place to stay. Did you spot any inns or hotels around the island? I think I saw a few, but it'd be nice to find one before dinner. Maybe we can get a recommendation from one of the locals? That might be difficult. After all, we didn't really manage to get acquainted with anyone on the island. And hopefully that'll teach you a lesson about how you approach people. Ah, right, yeah, that might have been on me. Earlier? Okay. After everything we went through to get to Tamatabako, we ended up just handing it to that girl without a second thought. I have a feeling this journey has come to an end. No need to stress ourselves out any further. It really has grown quite dark anyway, and we should find a place to sleep. What's that scratching sound? Whoa! There's someone there! Well, I thought I recognized that voice. So it was you, Mr. Barnum. Mr. Ikoma! Hey... So, when did you get the Kamishima? Did I surprise you? I arrived on the chartered boat just before sunset. Oh, now, just a moment. Didn't you say you had a fear of the sea and that boats were a no-go? You gotta keep your character traits straight, else proofreaders will tear you apart, you know? Well, as it matters. My condition was miraculously cured earlier today, so I was able to come here after all. Okay, yeah, I'm like I am not only 100% right, I'm 1000% right, because I've always been right about everything ever. Miraculously cured, is it? Oh, come on, you're just going to throw in a convenient plot device like that? It's a total disservice to the art. Whatever, I have more important things to ask you. A whole lot of things, as a matter of fact. Sure, what is it? I want to, like, blow up our spot like this. So, about Azusa Somekawa, the descendant of Taishima. Oh, I don't remember telling you her name. Huh, that is no obstacle of a man to my caliber. We figured it out in no time. Did you now? How impressive. I suppose I ought to apologize on her behalf. She's rather difficult to deal with, is she not? So, did you manage to get hold of the Tamatabako then? Come again? From what I understand, she was last seen going out to sea on a boat with a foreigner, and she evidently has been missing ever since. Forgive me. It seems my hesitation to introduce you to her has caused you some inconvenience. No, really, don't worry about it. So you are after the Tamatabako too, Mr. Ikoma? How come you're so calm when you already know what happened? Believe me, there were times when I wasn't, but at this point, things like that no longer matter to me. Things like what? The Tamatabako. In fact, it seems I have no longer any use for it. I admit, there had been some tension between us, but what do you say? Why don't we put that behind us? He's so swarmy. Did you ask us to come to Kamishina to search for the still-tide mirror? Ah, well, it's simple enough. something like the curse of the raging waves truly existed in these waters, surely it'd be best to see it lifted, no? And it seems that it has been dispelled. You did not disappoint, Mr. Barnum. Oh, well, it's not as if we did anything to lift it, though. Is that so? We did learn that the bronze mirror once belonged to Princess Hatsune, who was sacrificed to appease the curse, however. Mr. Ikoma, how did you know the curse of the raging waves had been lifted? Well, to be honest, it's hard to put into words. But it seems as though I've got a little bit of spirit sense myself. I suppose the curse must have been what caused that ominous aura to surround this island before, no? I see. I suppose someone with a bit of spirit sense would be able to tell whether the curse was still around with ease. In any case, since the curse has been dispelled, the matter of the bronze mirror is also settled. You have my thanks. I suppose you're right. You're welcome. Whatever became of Miss Somikawa is no longer of any concern to me. In hindsight, I suppose I should have introduced her you much sooner. You might be misunderstanding. So, let me get straight to the point. You know a woman named Kikuko Tsutsui, don't you? He just came out and said it. Kikuko Tsutsui. Yes, the young woman from Kamishima that used to work at my company. Was that her name? You used that girl as a pawn in one of your schemes, didn't you? We nearly died because of her, you know? I beg your pardon, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I most certainly did not put her up to anything so heinous. Oh, so you're saying you did not give her a curse stone, then? To help her get recognized by Yamashina since she was a illegitimate child, or something like that? A curse stone? Unkakudono's a legitimate child? What on earth are you on about? You really have no idea. Don't try to pull a quick one. Who filled your heads with such nonsense? As a matter of fact, we heard it from Kikuko Tsutsui herself. She told you all that. Where is she now? I demand to know what compelled her to come up with such a ridiculous story. We got her confined at her home, but I'm afraid she won't be able to talk for a while. Ah, I see. Anyway, whatever she told you, that girl is delusional. What a troublesome fantasy she's crafted. Indeed. So who did she get that cursed stone from, then? I'm afraid I know nothing more than you do. Yeah, man. Yeah, sure. Then what about that business card you gave me? That was the target of the curse. Care to explain? Excuse me, I'm afraid I don't quite follow. The symbol on your business card turned out to be the marker for the curse. Dear me, that's the first I've heard of such a thing. Oh, so you didn't know. Of course not. That emblem is a treasured symbol of Unkakudono's bestowed upon me when my company was founded. Unkakudono, you mean Yamashina? So then you really had no idea. You said it was used as a curse marker? That's a serious accusation. Well, you're implying that Unkakudono was behind such a scheme? That's outrageous. But you have to admit it's hard not to come to that conclusion. These groundless accusations are deeply insulting and absolutely infuriating. I will not tolerate such insolence from anyone. I honestly expected more from you. All right, calm down. Sorry, we'll look into it some more, okay? Very well. It's the least you could do is sheer audacity. I love just like the pans to Cersei. I'm leaving the talking to you. Well, weren't you putting the ones in charge of the search? I'm counting on you. Get the info we need. Okay, leave it to me. I get the shivers just looking at that guy. What a creep. Literally. Insulting a man's business card and benefactor. How utterly disgraceful. I insist you take it all back.
I truly am deeply sorry, just overwhelmingly apologetic from the bottom of my sorry heart.
So, why did you come all the way out here to Kamishima? Ah, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. More than anything else, I would like to take care of my business right away. And that may be. I actually wanted to ask you about it. I believe there's a woman named Sato living on the island. You wouldn't happen to know her whereabouts, would you? Sato? Alright, I think we met a woman with that name earlier today, but I have no idea where she might be now. I see, so you're not familiar with her. This is bad news. I bet he's after the tobacco I gave her. No, he's not after that. He's after her, which is maybe scarier. Well, no, it is scarier. It is period scarier. No, that can't be. There's no way he knowed about that. Maybe he knows she's immortal. If he's simply after immortality, why bother with that and not just go straight for the tobacco? Very well, thank you so much. My apologies for keeping you. As I need to continue my search, I take my leave now. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh no. Sato, get away. Are you sure about letting him go? Wouldn't it be better to restrain him? Well, there wasn't enough evidence to do so. Do you think he's actually innocent and that Yamashina was the one pulling the strings the whole time? I don't think we know enough to judge. Well, it's not like he can get off the island that easily, so maybe we should just report that we saw him. Good point, he mentioned a chartered boat. Maybe we could mark it to keep an eye on it. Turns out he's staying another night on Kamishina was the right call after all. I've got to hand it to myself. I'm just a genius. Anyway, let's go and report to Miss Shiki and call it a day. Kipe Ikoma is the prime suspect behind Yamashina's death. Having asked Cersei and the others to search for him, Yumiko hears what they have to tell her. I see. So we can be certain that Kipe Ikoma is on Kamishima right now. Yep, no doubt about it.
From what I gathered from the islanders just now, there are signs that someone landed a boat in the Gulf on the other side of the island. That must have been Ikoma.
So he's come, like a moth to the flame.
Ma'am? That sounded a bit diabolical. I think the fatigue is starting to get to you.
The darkened townscape stretches out before us, silent and still. I had thought that lifting the curse of the raging waves would see it to the peaceful fishing town it was previously. But it seems the shadow looming Kamishima won't be dispelled until we deal with whatever's lurking out there in the darkness. It's also only been one day. I was sure you and Avi would have returned to the mainland by now. I have no idea you were still on Kamishima. Well, we were just having so much fun sightseeing, time just got away from us. You were sightseeing the whole time? Well, I suppose it worked out for the best, so I can't complain. Still, from what you've said about him, your description of Ikoma is quite different from what we've heard of the man on our end.
We could hardly believe our ears either. To think Yamashina had already been killed by a curse. And the police are searching for Ikoma as a suspect of his murder? Talk about a bombshell!
Yeah, it was a real surprise.
And you say Ikoma seemed to have no idea about either the cursed stones or what Kikuko Tsutsui was planning.
That's right. Swore the accusations against him were absurd, all while looking innocent as a lamb. It's entirely possible he was just feigning innocence. I wouldn't believe him so easily myself.
We have no proof of his crimes, after all. He has to pretend he knows nothing and our hands are tied. Still, wasn't there a warrant out for his arrest, no? Can't you throw the book at him here and be done with it?
It would be dangerous to do anything rash. I'd
at least like to get a better idea of his intentions before making a move.
Still, with Soto and Cersei here, I don't think we should have anything to fear from paranormal phenomena. If worst comes to worst, I'm sure you could restrain him by force. Well, we probably could deal with most things.
But in the event we couldn't, the situation would only end up being completely hopeless.
Right.
I don't even want to imagine that kind of situation we'd be in.
Did you see where Ikoma was headed after you parted ways with him?
Sorry, I don't really remember. But if he chattered aboard or get here and stopped in the Gulf, wouldn't we be able to nab him eventually if we hung around there? Unfortunately, I don't think it would be so simple. If he stopped it somewhere on the way, he would struggle to find it in its darkness.
That's true. Well, if we really get stuck, I should be able to figure out where he's using by dowsing. Just let me know and I'll give it a shot.
I thought your target had to have some sort of spiritual energy for you to find it.
Right, that's right. But he said himself he had some spirit sense, and that he had a pretty unique aura too. I think it would work. That would be a huge help. Well, keep that in mind. Sorry, I'm anxious. By the way, is it true that Mr. Ikoma can use curses without a curse stone? Based on what we've heard of the scene of Mr. Yamashina's murder, I think we have to conclude that he can. So it is possible. What does your assistant over there think? Oh, good idea. Let's see what Soto has to say. Soto, how likely is it that Ikoma could use a curse without a spirit stone?
Yes, about that.
There have been, indeed, cases of powerful psychics using the spirits of the dead to cast curses on others. However, doing so requires a great deal of skill. Only a handful of people would be capable of such a feat. And even fewer would be able to do so in the curse capable of killing people in a single blow, let alone over a distance. The man did say he had a bit of spirit sense. I suppose that wouldn't be enough, though. Not at all. My thoughts exactly. I see. Though, if I were to speculate... Oh, so there is something? Curses are not always born from the spirits of the dead, you see. If a number of people were to harbor a strong grudge for decades, even centuries, that grudge itself could become a curse. I see. The supernatural equivalent of strength in numbers, huh? You could say that. Still, it would take a large number of people holding a grudge for it over an extremely long period of time to achieve. It's a bit unlikely Ikoma would have access to a curse like that. This would likely be why curse stones are so dangerous. Access to one even allows amateurs to use highly potent curses. You heard that just now, I hope? Yes, I'm sorry already. So the work you wanted us to handle is all done now, right? Yes, it is. Thank you for your cooperation. But I'd appreciate it if you could just help us a little bit more, so I won't be letting you go just yet. Aww. Still, something doesn't sit quite right with me about all this. Ikoma must have known it would be harder to escape pursuit here. What could have brought him here despite the risk? If this is one of his last days. Oh, I can shine some light on that, actually. I believe he said he was looking for a girl called Sato. Seemed awfully keen on finding her, too. Sato? You don't mean Sato Shiranami? Oh, you know her then. We do. A girl with quite the unique circumstances, to be sure. Could that be why Ikoma is looking for her, but what is he planning? Ah! So chances are held high that Ikoma is still looking for Sato then. Why are the stars blinking? So, it would be in our best interest to find her first, if nothing else.
It would put us in a good position to bargain with him.
Agreed. Should we try to...
Is something wrong?
You said that Ikoma arrived on this island before sundown, yes?
Oh, the stars are just flickering. That's just already a part of the background. Okay. We did indeed.
If he really is that keen on finding her, surely it wouldn't take him that long to do so? Finding a single girl on a small island like this shouldn't be too difficult. All he would have to do is ask around, no?
You have a point. I doubt he's been wandering circles all this time.
Maybe he isn't taking that seriously after all. Or he had some other business to take care of first.
You there! I finally found you.
And what have we here?
If I'm not mistaken, that would be Mr. Wakamura's son, Shotaro. You're from the police, right? You've got to help me, my old man, he's...
Mr. Wakamura, has something happened to him?
What? Mr. Wakamura has been found cut down in his own home? You're not saying... The clinic doctor's taking a look now, but I saw that wound. There was no way he survived that. I tried to call the police, but Yuza Nikuchi told me to get you instead.
I see. Thank you for letting us know. We'll be right there right away.
Ma'am, given the timing, we can assume this is Ikoma's handiwork.
Chances are high, yes. If you don't mind me asking, mister, did a man called Ikoma drop by your home at all?
What? Ikoma? You're saying he's the one who killed my old man?
Calm down, then you know him, yes? He's in his 20s and wearing a suit, though he looks really old for his age.
That's him. I met him earlier today.
You met him when?
Today, just before sunset. A man I'd never seen before came up to me. He said he was the head of an event company and he had come here to gather information or something. I'm pretty sure the name on his business card was Ikoma.
What? He gave you his business card?
Yeah, what about it? He said he was here to gather information. What happened to searching for Sato Shiranami? Wait, Sato, you're saying Sato has something to do with that guy?
Alright, everyone. I'm going to head to the Wakamura house with Shotaro here. Soto, I leave searching for Sato Shiranami to you, Sir Cianabi. Find her before Ikoma does and take her into your custody. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Wait, we have to help out too?
Please. The more people we have on hand, the better.
Now, Shotaro, lead the way.
Right. Uh-huh. Wait, over there.
That's him, Ikoma. He better not still have that business card on him. He better put that shit away. This aura, I knew it.
Man, is he...
There's no doubt about it, he's an 800-year immortal. He's noticed us. Oh, good expression, though. Oh, fuck you. Ah, he's running away.
Ma'am, should I give case?
Bibba, bibba, please do. Follow him and find out where he's headed.
On it.
Don't be reckless, keep your guard up, and be careful. Looks like we have a change of plans. Cersei Avi, you're coming with me, let's go. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, no. I knew it. I am always right about everything forever and ever and ever. And it's really funny, because I'm just putting the clues together that the game has given us. It's interesting, because that phone call, is, like, so strange. It comes out of nowhere, and then, like, all of a sudden. Yeah, oh, this is gonna be them meeting, them talking. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. I'm so sorry, Sato. You're about to meet the biggest creep on Earth. Oh no. Sato hides in the Kante Kisho ruins at night, where she finally comes face to face with someone. Who might you be?
was sure a hassle to get out here. Looks like I made it just in time.
Huh?
You aren't an easy one to find, you know, but at least we finally get to meet again, my dear Osato.
Can you please answer my question? Who are you?
Are you being serious? This isn't one of your usual silly acts. Come now, really? You forgot me after what, just 400 years? That stings, you know.
400 years? Okay, so I know this guy claims to be Ikebe Ikoma, who's apparently another 800-year immortal. But that's not the real issue. I need to know who he really is, not who he claims to be. I don't think he's just about to come out and tell me. He looks like he enjoys being cryptic. Sato, if you leave it to me, I don't know how you would come to this conclusion, but if you just leave it to me, I'll tell you. Though, I didn't expect him to just say he knew me 400 years ago. That's a big clue. Who exactly was he 400 years ago? If I push a little, maybe I can draw it out. But man, did I really come across as that spaced out even then? Oof. So you're saying that you know me from 400 years ago?
Well, we never met directly then. I can hardly believe it.
Ugh. He's getting closer.
Who'd have thought? My dear Osato was Princess Hatsune all along.
How do you know I used to be called Hatsune?
Back then, 400 years ago. I never realized it was you, so sorry about that.
You knew about me?
The story goes that Princess Hatsune was offered up to hold the curse of the raging waves, sleeping for ages down there, huh? Who knew immortality could be put to such a creative use? Truly selfless, admirable stuff. Brings a tear to my eye.
Not really. There wasn't really any other choice. And I wasn't actually asleep, so it was pretty awful. Also, could you please answer my question instead of going off on your own tangent?
Well, turns out the resentment I bore was heavier than the curse you were holding back.
Ugh, I just told you to stop! Wait a second, the resentment you bore?
Thanks to that, ever since then, anytime I got near the Shima's waters, a raging storm will well up every time. I've tried countless times over these 400 years, but each and every time my ship went under. I've had my fair share of trouble too, you know.
But then, that would make you the Raging Waves curse bearer.
Oh, right. I guess I ended up becoming quite a legend here on Kamishima, didn't I?
There's only one person you could really be then.
Oh, sounds like you finally remembered me. Those centuries have passed. Would you be so kind as to address me once again? Come, call me by my real name once more.
Alright, the file from the past made it clear. Ikebe Ikoma's true identity is Tomoshige.
Not that. Huh? Tomoshige?
Then, you're Taira Tomoshige of Taira Clan from 800 years ago? Your boy never misses.
Well, I miss a lot, actually. You guys watch. I've played pathologic. You guys see me miss all the time.
Or wait, am I wrong?
Huh, didn't think you got it so quickly. You always did manage to surprise the hell out of me. Huh, I was gonna ease you into it step by step, let the truth sink in nice and slow.
No. It's because the player, me, the spirit watching over this game right now, just figured it out because I'm a genius.
And I also got all the clues that the game gave me.
I do think the game was prompting me
to what was it?
I do think that they were he might have been Komatsu Saramune.
screw it, you nailed it, bingo. You messed up a whole thing that I was gonna do.
But that's because I knew it already.
You actually remembered, even if it took way too long. It's really funny because the game was definitely gonna ease it out, but I like how it gives you the option just to try it and just be like, I mean, yeah, you're right, that is true. You got all the hints. This man, I gave you all the clues. I'm glad you remembered, even if it took way too long. Welcome back. Welcome back, Osato of Kusawa.
Wait, Kusawa? Ah, that's right. After that, there were none who ever saw Tomoshige ever again, and he faded from memory without ever leaving his mark on the pages of history. At around the same time, Kusawa village found itself in an uproar following the return of Sato, who had been employed in the service of the Heike. However, after it had become discovered that she had somehow become immortal, she was shunned by the other villagers, who found her newfound state unsettling, and she left this village soon after for parts unknown. A fragmented version of these events would go on to be passed down orally, eventually becoming one of the Yabukuni legends told to this day. The truth of Princess Hatsune. Having eaten the flesh of a mermaid and become 800-year immortal, Sato spent years wandering across Japan, eventually with the help of Onmyoji, I had this down once. Tsuchimikado Harakage, a descendant of one of her former benefactors. She made her way to Taishima, an island rumored to be home of mermaids, and began to live there quietly. The islanders, duty-bound to protect the mermaids and the entrance of Ryugu, were accepting of her and her circumstances, and Sato was finally able to gain the peaceful life that she had been searching for. Having changed her name many times over her years of wandering, she was going by Hatsune at the time. After she had spent some time there, Kuki Sumitaka, under whose jurisdiction Taishima fell, grew fond of her, and took her in as his adopted daughter. Initially unaware of her true identity, Sumitaka eventually discovered her immortality, but even so continued to treat her the same way he always had, and Sato came to trust him as well. Following the invasion of Taishima, Sato sacrificed herself in order to quell the curse of the raging waves, with Harukage's ritual casting her to the bottom and fall into a deep sleep within the sacred land at the bottom of the sea. The seal was on the sacred land was set to break 400 years later, which was the fact to awaken Sato from her slumber. To the truth of Komatsu Sadamune, the vassal who goaded Kuki Yoshitaka into invading Taishima, was in fact Tairo no Tomoshige, who had eaten mermaid flesh and gained unnatural longevity. Unable to let his dream go of reviving the Taira clan even after 400 years, he caught wind of rumors of mermaids being worshipped on Taishima and infiltrated the Kuki navy under the land Komatsu Sadamune, plotting to uncover the sacred land. However, his rash and impulsive destruction of the sacred land ended up triggering the curse of the raging waves, and his plan ultimately ended in failure because he's a failure. Although caught up in the sinking of Taishima, Tomoshige could not die and was swept away to the sea to an unknown fate. He never directly met Princess Hatsune, and such two remained unaware of each other's existence.
Which is really funny. I do love that. You know what? That's fun.
I remember now. Everything's coming back to me. You're Lord Tomoshige.
I've waited long for this moment, Osato.
You're telling me you became an 800-year immortal as well? I can't believe it.
Indeed, I ate mermaid flesh to become an 800-year mortal just before you did. Or rather, before I forced you. 800 years ago, we sailed out searching for mermaids, trying to restore the Heike name to glory. We found one sure enough, but those Genji bastards had laid out an ambush. They attacked us, tore us apart. But seeing as we both had become immortal, we both continued to live our separate lives.
I never knew. I thought I was the only one left. I spent all these years thinking I was the only one. And considering your behavior on the phone earlier, I think it was probably good that we never met before this.
You and me both, Osato. It truly is a miracle that we were able to meet like this once again. Listen, Osato. When I realized this body couldn't die, I decided it was my fate to use it in whatever way I could to restore the Heike clan. The grief, the hatred, the curses of my bloodline who died screaming in resentment, I've carried it all with me in this body. They screamed it at me. You'll finish what we couldn't. That's why you're immortal, damn it! Their voices never stopped. Centuries of the nameless rage clawing at my skull every day, every night.
I'm curious. I'm curious of in the original Japanese if I don't know what the difference between it's ye olde is it as drastic as ye olde English or whatever. Though I do think Pentiment, a game that I started playing for this channel and then didn't finish because of the boycotts, which I'm still standing to, did find a way to do that while also keeping a casual tone. So I'm curious if there's something like that in the way the characters are written or the way the words are spoken, but I won't know that because I don't know Japanese, and I have to learn other languages first before I can learn that one. Even so, ooh, that's a face. That's a face. Even so, nothing ever worked, but I knew I couldn't just give up. That obsession of mine rotted into resentment, festering for decades, centuries, building and twisting inside me. Until finally, centuries of resentment and rage congealed into a curse. Something I could control, wield. A curse born from that obsession. That bronze mirror I carried also absorbed that same resentment, and over time it transformed into a cursed stone. So your goal was to use the power of that curse and flesh of the mermaid to restore the Heike clan? But we're both at the end of our lives and you failed?
Indeed. That vow was all I had left. It was one thing that kept me crawling through all these 800 years of hell. I sucked up to people in power and gathered followers all so that I could build an immortal army. But it couldn't be out in the open. Everything had to be done in the shadows, always unseen. Even with immortality, the curse is on my side. It was damn near impossible. No matter what I tried, power was always out of reach. The plan to carrying the Heike name was always filled with peril. It was always one fucking problem after the next. Nothing ever went the way I wanted, damn it! Before I knew it, the world had changed into one where military power alone was no longer the key to control. I just don't have the power, or the time, or the time to rule this damn new age. Fuck it all. And so, here we are. Before I knew it, my 800-year lifespan was burning out. The end was right there, staring me in the face. That's when it broke in me. All was left was emptiness. 8 centuries and nothing to show for it. Just the truth that I've achieved nothing. Tell me, Osato, what the hell were those 800 years of me giving it everything I had worth? What was it all for?
I can't say.
When I realized my lifespan was finally coming to an end, I almost felt relieved. Like dying might actually set me free. It was then that I happened to hear of you. That you, my Osata of Kusawa, were still alive on Kamishima, also as an 800-year immortal. That moment was the first light to pierce my darkness in 800 goddamn years.
Whoa, aren't you exaggerating a little?
Not at all. This is a 800-year-long miracle of fate, Osato, don't you see? Back then, when the Heike fell, you were the only one who stayed with me. You were the only one who comforted me. When my final day comes, I want it to be with you. That's the only thing I want now, and if I can just have that, then maybe it was all worth something after all. You understand, don't you? You must. But the curse kept me from ever setting foot on Kamishima. So I manipulated Unkaku Dono. I used him to reach for you and claim you for myself.
Wait, hold on. This is getting a bit too much. What's so funny?
Oh, Osato, you're blushing. You truly are so lovable. Bro, you're blind. No need to act shy now. 800 years ago, we were bound by a vow of love.
What? We were? I don't remember that.
You kept the bronze mirror I gave you, did you not? That should be proof enough.
What? No, that's not what you think.
Learn? Come now. We certainly took the long way around, you and I, but we finally found our way back here. After everything, meeting again like this can only be a blessing of fate. This is our curse of immortality was all for, our final glorious crossing into the next world. Together.
No. I mean, yeah, it is the end, but...
You've been waiting for it too, haven't you? The day this cursed life finally ends. Come, Osato. Let's meet that day together. Let's finally be free of all this endless pain.
I am Osato Okusawa. At the end of the Heian period, I worked as a maidservant to the Bureau of lmao. That's where I first met Taira no Tomoshige. By chance, he took a liking to me and made me part of his household. After the fall of the Heike, the world spun into chaos. We were too busy surviving to think about anything else. I remember those days now. We ran from one hiding place to another, but I had no one to depend on but him. But those memories are so distant now. So distant it's hard to tell them apart from something I might have seen on a TV show last month. It really is him. Lord Tomoshige. I remember him now. He was always just like this. All pride and vanity, puffed up in his own importance, the very image of a arrogant Heike. No wonder he failed so spectacularly. Anyone would acting like that. And still, part of me can't help feel sorry for him. And now that I think about it, the only reason I kept the bronze mirror after the attack was because it was the only thing I had left when I washed ashore. It was my only clue to who I was. I held on to it out of loneliness, that's all, as a trace of a past I could hardly remember. I am afraid I never even had a shred of affection for Lord Tomoshige, even back then.
Well, why are you so silent? Say something. You know as well that I do that our lives are almost up. It could be over by tomorrow. What are you hesitating for? Hey, Sato, say something. I'm talking to you nicely, and you just stand there like a fucking idiot. Wake up! All you need to do is be grateful to come to my side. That's it. Stop being so fucking pathetic.
But what if I refuse?
Are you fucking kidding me? Refuse after all these years? There is no refusal. How you dare defy me? There was never even a fucking option. Come with me right now. If you dare try to say no again, I'll ensure you receive due punishment. I have harsher methods I can use.
Harsher methods?
I told you. I can use a curse. Remember, a curse that targets a certain pattern and slices anyone with it clean through. Nice and painful.
But even if you use that to hurt me, I'll just hold on until tomorrow and your time will run out and you'll never get what you want.
Are you really that fucking dumb? Why would I use it on you? You're immortal.
Huh?
Before I came here, I handed dozens of business cards with a target pattern of people on the island. You wouldn't! With just a flick of my wrist, these stupid islanders will be dead in an instant. You get what I'm trying to tell you, right?
You're holding the people here hostage?
They're just insurance, a way to ensure you'll come with me. The fact that old man Wakamura was so stubborn about handing you over, I had to deal with him first.
What? You mean you killed him?
So what will you do? You have two options, Osato. Time to choose. Obey and come with me quietly, or your selfishness condemn these innocent people to a brutal death and come with me only after you watch them all die.
Oh,
I just feel like we have to last long enough until Soto gets in the picture. I do think she would do this. No, I can't. That's just the one thing I can't do. Very well, I'll do as you wish, Lord Tomoshige. Finally come to your senses. You think you could ever defy me? Should have known your place from the start, you worthless peasant.
kill yourself. I'm sorry. In the end, I gave in to Komoshige's threats. Maybe, just maybe, there was still some way to fight his curse, but when those memories of a distant past came flooding back to me, fragments of a life long gone, and when I thought of this man who spent 800 years chasing one purpose with such stubborn, hopeless purity, something in me must have wavered. Before I knew it, I'd chosen to face the end with this pitiful man, Tomoshige. And so, before our time finally ran out, we sank into the bottom of Issei Bay, fading into foam upon the sea. As the curse that sustained us for 8 centuries at last began to unravel, I felt my senses slipping away. Beside me, Tomoshige drifted in silence, his face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile as he slowly faded away. A strange calm came over me then, as my consciousness began to fading into nothingness. Ending for Taira no Tomoshige's Desire. We're, of course, not gonna end up with that. Yes, I do. I want to move past. Forgive me. I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you. Oh, name input 1, name input 2. That's so funny. We just skipped it by doing it right away. Refuse. No, I still can't. I won't follow you. I refuse. What? You selfish little brat. But very well, I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Ooh. We need a plan. After discovering the corpse of Shinobu Wakamura, Yuza and Azami realize that the threat of the curse still remains. They meet up with Sato and Tsukasa to gather at their place of childhood days to discuss what to do next. What? You can't be serious! Old Man Wakamura was murdered? Seems that way. I called the police to look into it. It probably has something to do with that slashing curse. Which means whoever is causing the curse on the island at this very moment. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I thought they'd already been found that curse stone that was causing it to happen. But it looks like we're not out of danger yet. This is too much. So the curse is still happening? It's still hanging around? How does that even happen? The Kantaki show at night. There is no other sound other than wind in the trees and the distant tide. But an ancient feeling grips at my chest at the thought of my lurk behind all this stillness. Sorry, let me take a look, a gander around. Anything? My friends! I'm sure he's thinking about what to do next, about how to help everyone on the island. Zami always worries about everyone else before he worries about himself. He really is a good guy. Ordinarily bright and cheerful, she says nothing as darkness clouds her features. Even she can't hide her concerns now that the situation has become so dire. I thought I could avoid speaking to her, but I don't know if I could hold back anymore. She hasn't seen the corpse for herself, so the reality of the situation still hasn't sunk in. I told her that before, that everything was going to be okay, so no wonder that she's shocked by this news. Ah, so are you talking to me? What? Hey, you don't have to be so jumpy. But what's this slashing curse business all about, Yuza? To be completely honest, someone planned to use that curse to commit a massacre today. What the hell? Who would do that? Don't worry, the culprit was caught this afternoon. The curse was targeting the symbol on the back of the Kamishimaru hand mirrors. Oh, I know the ones you're talking about. Yeah, so anyone with those mirrors would have been a potential target. Seriously? That's so scary. Oh, that's why Isami took everyone's hand mirrors this morning. Or this afternoon. Just doing my part. But the police apparently found the curse stone that was used to release the curse. Things probably would have been fine even if I hadn't collected all the mirrors. It actually turned out for the best that you did collect all the mirrors. I can't have been easy, though. Thanks for doing that, Azami. Even if the police found some rock, a bunch of people were saved because of you. Well, when you put it like that, I really feel I feel like I helped out. But just because there are no mirrors left doesn't mean we're free and clear, right? Yeah, somehow I doubt Mr. Wakamura had one of those hand mirrors. That means there may have been other items with that symbol on them. Ugh, when am I ever going to relax again? You think the police will find the culprit while we're hiding in here? I hope so. They're probably searching for him as we speak. Hey, Yuza, I got a question. What's up? Isn't the slashing curse the thing Kikuko tried to use? But she was arrested, right? You don't think she's trying again, do you? Well, I think it's a possibility, yeah. But we should probably avoid mentioning her to the others unless we can prove she's involved. You're right. I don't want to scare them any more than we already have. Hey, what are you two whispering about over there? Just some rumors. We don't want to spread stuff we don't actually know is true. Oh, well now I'm even more curious. Do you think Tsukasa realized Kikuko might be a suspect in the hand mirror thing? Yeah, she might have. But I don't think she'll say anything even if she has. You're probably right. I think she gets why we aren't naming names. She's smart, you know, she doesn't... Oh, are you talking to me? What? Maybe you should be... There's a chance the culprit is after you, after all, so stay alert. Now I'm even more scared. Wait, really? Why would they be after Sato?
Well, it just seems to me like that would be the case. Yuza, do you know something we don't? Well, yeah, I can't keep anything hidden from you, so I might as well come out and say it. The truth is, Sato Shiranami here ate mermaid flesh a long time ago and is now an immortal girl.
Well, that's not how I imagined bringing this up.
Wait, what? Seriously?
And how do you know that, Uza?
What was that part of was that part of the Tomokazuki vision too? Yeah, something like that.
Wait, what? I'm not following any of this. You had a Tomokazuki vision? What does that even mean?
Yeah, this is a lot to take in. I guess now is a good time to explain everything.
What? You ran into a Tomokazuki while you were diving and it showed you a vision of a different future?
What? Sato ate mermaid flesh and became immortal hundreds of years ago? Yeah, the whole thing is pretty bizarre. Funny world we live in, huh? This is good. I love how expressive the sprites are. They're so good. After this, I don't think I can deny any supernatural mystery or occult conspiracy theory ever again. You're really taking this all well, Yuza. This is the wildest thing I've heard all day, and this day has been nuts. And Sato, I always thought you were a little different, but I didn't realize you were straight out of the history books.
Yeah, sorry about deceiving you.
No, seriously, I had no idea. You fit into the modern era so effortlessly.
Well, I watched a lot of TV to learn to fit in. I love TV.
I think that's the funniest thing. They were like, what if Osato from the Yaobakuni legend loved TV? What if she loved TV so much? Oh, I get it now. The Tomokazuki is also why you knew about the hand mirrors, right? Exactly. That's why I secretly enlisted Azami's help. I have to thank you again for that, Azami. None of this would have worked out if you hadn't trusted me. It was pretty unconvinced at first, but you were so uncharacteristically serious that I didn't have a choice. Yeah, I really learned the important lesson. The more you joke around, the less people likely are to believe you when you need them to. You wouldn't be you if you weren't messing around. I don't think you need to change a thing. I mean, I may have learned a lesson, but that doesn't mean I'm planning on changing. That's the spirit. Never change, man. Anyway, on a more serious note, Sato is probably being targeted because she's an immortal, right?
That's totally gotta be it. There's also this thing we found out earlier. Old man Wakamura was close to some rich guy called Unkaku Dono. He said he'd break the curse of the raging waves, but only if Wakamura handed over Sato. That's right, Mr. Wakamura said it was to protect the islanders.
Seriously? I can't believe I didn't notice all this happening. Wait, Yuza, didn't Yuza already break the curse of the raging waves? So there's no need to give Sato to anyone, right? That's true, but things might be worse now. That rich guy might resort to more drastic measures. Oh, that's a good point. Ugh. Okay, I think I got a better grasp of what's going on.
If Sato really is being targeted, we have to do whatever we can to protect her.
I agree. We should probably stay up here we should probably stay up here for a while so no one finds us.
I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, but this all would be over if I just gave myself up. Not a chance. I'm not about to let you do anything like that. You have no idea what they do to you.
She's right, and we won't let anything happen to you, Sato. Huh? What's that? I think someone's outside. This is bad. Someone's coming. Really? Sato, hide, quick. No, wait, I think I know him.
Oh, hey, Sato.
Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. You really gave us a fright. You're Mrs. Shiki's assistant, right? Yes, my name is Soto Kiryu. Are you alright, Miss Shiranami?
Ah, yes.
A man who wishes to harm Miss Shiranami is heading this way. We have very little time. Wait, what? They are really after Sato? It is likely the same person who murdered Mr. Wakumura. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. Okay, is there anything we can do? Ooh. The man heading this way is one Kipe Ikoma. He has come from the mainland. According to Mrs. Shiki, he is an 800-year immortal.
What? An immortal?
Seriously? Another immortal like Sato? Ah, it would seem that you are aware of Miss Shiranami's condition.
It seems like almost everyone knows at this point.
I see.
But he's already immortal. What does he want with Sato?
That remains unclear. But perhaps Miss Shiranami could shed some light on the issue. Do you know anything about this man, Ikoma?
No, nothing. In fact, we thought we were being hunted by someone working for a person named Unkaku Dono.
That is correct. Ikoma is indeed one of Unkaku Dono's subordinates.
I knew it!
Did you say was? Do you mean he doesn't work for Unkaku Dono anymore? Yes. Unkaku Dono, or rather, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, was found dead in his home earlier today. He was apparently murdered by a curse inflicted by Ikoma, in precisely the same manner as Mr. Wakamura was killed.
What? Yamashina?
That means he can't be looking for Sato on Unkaku Dono's behalf. Just so. And that makes his motive for seeking Miss Shiranami entirely unclear. Is it possible that this Ikoma person can use the curses without a curse stone? That does appear to be the case. Yet very few people would be capable of wielding a curse powerful enough to inflict mortal wounds without assistance. Is there any chance he stole back this curse stone? No, the curse stone the curse of Tomoshige is in my possession. In fact, I have it with me now. That bronze mirror, is it a curse stone? Indeed, this is a separate artifact from the still-tide mirror. It is interesting, however, that both relics were made of bronze mirrors.
Ah, that mirror! I'm pretty sure it belonged to Taira no Tomoshige.
What? How could you know that? Oh.
Well...
Huh? Ah, I believe I understand. It's all clear now. Considering all the information I've gathered this far, there is a distinct possibility that Kipei Ikoma has actually lived for 800 years and is none other than Taira no Tomoshige. Indeed, 800 years is certainly enough time to accumulate the resentment needed to create a curse. But how could anyone have held Sass to such enmity for centuries? He sucks! Ah, of course, as the sole inheritor of the entire clan's resentment, the depths of his malice would be overwhelming. Wait, what? What are you saying? I don't get it. What are you... What? There is no time, so I will give a brief synopsis. We can discuss it in depth at a later date. Okay, let's hear it. All current evidence indicates that the man who is searching for Miss Shiranami, Kipei Ikoma, has been alive for over 800 years. He was known as Taira Tomoshige during the Heian period, when he likely became an 800-year immortal. And we can assume he gained the ability to wield a curse that launches a slashing attack at a certain symbol via his clan's accumulated resentment. It launches an attack at a certain symbol, so you're saying the symbol was on the mirrors too? That is my current supposition. It would be the same power that contained within a curse stone. Using that curse power, Ikoma murdered his ally Unkaku Dono and then proceeded to miss Mr. Wakamura. What a monster. Can't you use your powers to stop him or something? It isn't impossible, but I believe it would be unwise to provoke him any further at this point. He has lived 800 years longer than I have. Is there anything else we should be worried about? Well, it appears he's passed out business cards with the curse written on them to a number of island residents. He's encouraged people to keep them in their pockets, so there's no telling how many people are currently carrying one. Seriously? Even if the curse has an activation range, as long as he's on the island, we have to assume that all those people are at risk. Then he can kill as many people as he wants, whenever he wants. Holy shit, that's insane! We definitely shouldn't provoke him then! The entire island has been taken hostage. Until we can do something to remedy the situation, we cannot move against him. What can we even do? We don't even have time to find everyone as the business cards right now. Oh, why don't we use the island PA system to tell everyone to throw out their cards? It's possible that Ikoma would overhear the broadcast and use the curse before anyone could react. Yeah, damn, I guess that might push him over the edge. There's really not enough time to do anything else. I might have something. Why don't I meet with Ikoma to buy us some time? I'm the one he's after. I bet he won't curse anyone while I'm talking with him. No way, that's too dangerous. Don't worry, I'm an immortal girl, so nothing can happen to me. But if I'm lucky, I might be able to get him to reveal his intentions, or even find some way to end all this. Mr. Kiryu, this might be the best way to buy us some more time. I'm afraid we have little choice, but you must avoid inflicting his anger at all costs.
I understand.
Do not reveal that you know his true identity either, and try to keep him talking for as long as possible.
Don't worry, I'm very good at feigning ignorance. You can call me Deadpan McPokerface. Nice to meet you, Deadpan.
Okay, well, we'll stay hidden up here for now.
Sato, please be careful. Going to be careful as I can be. Trust me.
We'll find some way to deal with the curse. Just don't let Ikoma do anything to you.
I know. I believe in you guys.
Okay, so I want to go... back and purposefully draw out the conversation. Miss Shiranami is waiting for Ikoma downstairs. There is no sign of him yet, but it's only a matter of time before he arrives. We need to do something about the business cards while she's keeping him busy. Yes, if I go alone, I should be able to make it back to town fairly quickly. You think you can ask people in town for help? Yes, Mrs. Shiki and the others are coming this way, so I should be able to meet them en route. Okay, then we don't have to do it alone. We can ask them for help if need be. What about the two foreigners? They're with Mrs. Shiki too, right? I was not aware you knew of them, but yes, they are. You mean those two tourists? What are they doing with her? The girl is a psychic. She may be able to be of some assistance.
Whoa, really? Zami's just having one hell of a time. Mockingbird 17 discovered.
Can do Toucan. Well now, Yuza Minakuchi, it would seem you have a plan. Not really. I mean, why would you ask me? Oh, I merely had a hunch. My intuition is telling me that you should look inside yourself for an answer. Huh? Inside myself, do you mean? This is it. Do or die time. I've been trying not to think about it, but since I met the Tomokazuki this afternoon, I can't help but feeling like some all-knowing entity is somehow directing my movements. I guess I'll refer to them as the Tomokazuki for now. Somehow being led like this isn't an unpleasant feeling. It actually feels pretty natural just to go along with it. If anything, the Tomokazuki's choices have helped us miraculously avoid many crises so far. That's why I feel like their knowledge will help us overcome the situation as well. But maybe that's just wishful thinking. Still, I'm almost positive that Tomokazuki can hear what I'm thinking right now. If they're listening, maybe they can give us the sign of what to do next? I somehow feel like reassessing what I know about everyone will help me find an answer. She's racking her brain to think of a way to deal with the curse. Now that I think about it, Tsukasa reacted oddly to the information earlier. I feel like I might have some idea what's going on with her because of the Tomokazuki's vision. Maybe I can use that somehow. Azami's trying his best to think of a way to stop the curse too. It's nice knowing I'm not dealing with all this alone. Just realizing that gives me hope. Sorry, hold on a moment. The gears are all on full tilt right now. Girl, you're about to become so rich. Can I make sure I'm on the right page about that curse and conditions and all that? Sure. Okay, so, Ikoma has a curse that uses a certain symbol as a target for a slashing attack, right? And we're in a bad way, because he gave a bunch of people his business card with that symbol on it. Yes, he can kill the islanders whenever he wants. Okay. Now we don't have time to collect all, and if we make an announcement about the cards, Ikoma will hear it and use the curse. So what are we supposed to do here? We don't have any time. Yeah, that's the problem. Our only way out of this is a supernatural solution. The mountains of Kamishima are shrouded in darkness. At this very moment, a man named Ikoma is approaching quietly upon this path. I doubt he'll be able to find us here on the roof, but we need to do something. Well now, Yusa Minakuchi, it would seem you have a plan.
Well, I have a plan!
I got it! I have a plan, probably! Really? Alright, Yuza. We'll go back in time. Yuza, before you tell us your idea, allow me to impart a warning. Okay. Whatever you tell us, I'm going to trust your judgment and carry out your plan immediately. As things stand, we simply have no way to weigh the options or consider other avenues. Ugh. Do you understand? You can only choose once and there's no way for leeway for unnecessary steps. Wow, no pressure then. Now, lay out the entire plan. Who to ask and what to ask of them. Okay, I have no idea. Act as a consultant. Go diving, use inheritance. Okay. Crack a joke. I like how I theoretically could enlist everybody. I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea! Okay. Okay, so what we have currently is a bunch of random people on the island have these cards. I do think... Let's see. Go diving, make calculations, use inheritance. I don't think that's enough. Because we won't have enough time to collect the cards. I don't think going diving is going to change anything. I genuinely have no idea. Like Zippo Zero. We got that recollection. Okay. Let's at least look at the Mockingbird. An easygoing and affable member of the Hoodlum Band Blues Brutal Beaks, he deftly carries out his various tasks with his large beak. His conspicuous beak and strange way of flying tends to make him the target of rowdy birds looking to pick a fight. And it was during one of these altercations that let Fit for Tat come to his rescue, leading to the two hanging out together. Hell yeah. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for today, just because I genuinely have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what to do. I like how the game is making the assumption that I know, but I have no idea. I have Zippo idea. -0 idea. There is this back in the past. Is it this one? With, Sato. It's the POV. That's fun. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys next time, and, I'll do my best to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. And we'll go from there. I hope y'all have a great one. Bye!